Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, December. Damn. December the 4th, 2025. It's another Technical Alpha podcast. Glad you could join us today. Got another great show lined up for you as always. And, I have to start this by first repositioning Mr. Black's camera on request to see the Christmas tree.
Gotta get festive. We gotta get festive, man.
And get a little festive. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to have to,
I believe. We have the technology. We can do it. This guy's got me so zoomed in, you can't see nothing in the background, man.
What? Okay, hold on.
Trying to see my pores.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah.
Now we can shrink you up a little bit there.
Yeah.
A little bit there. There.
Hey.
There you go. That's pretty good.
Perfect.
We had the technology. We can do it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. No technical podcast, as I said. All that jazz, the usual shtick. Glad you could join us today, whether you're in the car on the way to work, at work, or as always, the most important thing, pooping on company time. And I will always tell you, do that as frequently as you possibly can. And listen, the real science here. If you don't want to be lying, if you're one of those people who got guilty conscience and all that, okay. Here's the secret. All right. You have to ride the line. Okay? You have to accept the fact that if you want to increase your ability to get paid to poop, that you are going to have to ride the line between constipation and not constipation. Okay? If you have a guilty conscience, you need to actually be in there for a reason. You got to allow yourself to get a little bit backed up, overeat the peanut butter a little bit. Go a little too hard in the paint on the bananas. You gotta find a way. Don't drink too much. Maybe drink water's too important to keep that going. Find a way. I believe in you. And you too can get paid to poop on company time. Very important these days. They're coming for your life. You might as well come for their pocketbook while you're in the washroom. And listening to the Technical Alpha podcast, truly the best use of your time on the shitter where we belong. And on that note, most important question of the week, Mr. Black, how's your week?
My week was pretty... What did I do?
Well, you put the tree up, that's for sure. That happened.
Yeah, I did. I did do that. I actually had to go out and get a new tree because my old one was the lights weren't working. It just seen some shit. And this one I got for $60 at Walmart. So
let's go.
It's like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. There's huge gaps and it's hurting, but it does the job. It does the job. But outside of that, Kai has been sick he was sick before I went to Vegas. Him and Kayla were both sick. I quarantined on the other side of the house. And I felt something coming on, but I was taking enough meds and I was away enough that it didn't go full blown. So that was nice. I come back from Vegas. They're both feeling good. And then within the next week of school, Kai's sick again. So now he's starting to feel better again. He goes back to school tomorrow. He's been off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Holy cow.
Yeah, man. It's just been apparently... Well, he even had a Christmas concert or some sort of concert happening at a school. And they sent me a picture, or they sent Kayla a picture. One of the moms sent Kayla a picture of his class because they all sing songs. They all take turns.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And there was 11 kids in total in the fucking Christmas thing because almost his whole class sick. So yeah, it's been that. So yeah, outside of that, it's been okay. Just been streaming. Watched the Puff Daddy Netflix documentary that 50 Cent made.
Oh, is that out
on,
out
P.
now?
Diddy?
I know.
Oh,
I
it's
saw
out.
him I saw him hawking
Oh.
it on on the news channels and stuff, but I didn't know if it was out yet. So okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I have to ask. I mean, how was it? Was it a 50 Cent, petty beef hit piece? Did they try to play it a little down the middle? I mean, how down the middle can you possibly play fucking Diddy at this point?
I would say they played it down the middle as much as you could surrounding somebody like Diddy. They didn't they didn't completely do him dirty, like it was fascinating to see. They did his whole like career. It's like a 4-part series. And I binge watched the whole thing like in one sitting. It was some of it I already knew, like the whole Tupac thing of him being accused of putting the hit out on Pac, and I knew all of that, but there was like a lot more in detail on some of that, and then the other parts of his career and how he like started and like how instrumental he was and how powerful he was. It was fascinating to see. And then it was like fascinating to see this man's ego like just go into like ultra mode and watch him sort of self-destruct. It was something. It's definitely worth the watch.
Okay.
Just for the history of it. And there's a little bit of an entertaining factor of it because 50 Cent's attached to, he's like the executive producer. So like he clearly put in, certain things to, make Diddy look a certain way. But to be frank, I mean, it's Diddy and he's a complete and utter piece of shit. So, I mean, it's a pretty easy thing to make him look bad. But there were things in there that also like celebrated sort of the achievements that he did have, and some of the stuff that he did was pretty insanely impressive. But my goodness, it was something, man. That was a watch. So I did that. That was fun too. I was looking forward to that doc.
Yeah, I remember when 50 first announced that he was doing that, and it was a while ago, and he was like, I've been sitting on this shit for fucking an eternity, and here we finally got the opportunity to do it. And I was like, oh fuck, here we go. 50's finally gonna unload. I feel like part of it is and I'll have to watch it, but it feels like this documentary is probably closer to getting out publicly more about what Diddy is, really like than the trial ever was, because the fact that he got off the way that he did, I think that some part of me always knew he was going to basically get away with almost nothing, because it just seems to be how everything fucking works, right? You got enough money, you got enough influence, you could do anything you want, and it just doesn't seem to ever come back on you, ever. You can always get out the system.
That's the entire theme of this documentary. And the thing is like Puff Daddy knew that specific thing, and he used that to just absolutely control and like terrorize everybody around him. It's crazy. It's definitely
crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah.
I mean, my week was also another week. I've been, as always around here, as we ever approach the due date of baby Morehouse arriving. We're just trying to get any little random things. We're at the point now where I feel like I'm gaslighting myself in terms of like, what are we forgetting? What have we not got yet? Do we not have something in the house that we need to have in the house? What is it, that we're missing? Because there's been so much, that you kind of almost get lost in the sauce. But we're pretty much there. At this point, it's like it's stocking up on diapers, but you can't overstock because we don't really know how big this baby gonna be when he arrives. Like he's not going to be as big as I was when I was born, but he's also more likely to be at least above average. Like he's unlikely to be bone stock average height. We already know that he was trending, let's say in the 60th percentile or some shit, maybe a little higher than that. And so, and you never know until they arrive sometimes exactly what you're dealing with. So you can't like buy, it's not like you can buy like 48 boxes of fucking diapers and be prepped. You gotta, basically we're gonna just buy a couple of boxes of a couple of sizes and then we'll just have to friggin' see what happens, when he does arrive. Everything else is pretty much good. I set up the camera, this week and tested that out. I bought a stand because there was nowhere in the room that I could quite get it placed in a way that we could see the inside of the crib adequately. I was kind of low-key hoping I could get away with like having it on the shelf that is like goes quite high up into the ceiling, but I couldn't get a good view, so I ended up buying a little stand I can put next to the crib to mount the camera on. Man, what else? We got, you know, M first time mother, you know, like wants everything to be perfect, right? So I bought a couple of, during Black Friday, a couple of these little SwitchBot like air monitors. Basically it gives you your air temperature, humidity, and like CO2 level. And you know, with the winter, I was interested in the humidity because in the winter here it gets really, really dry. Super dry air, not great for baby. So I wanted to see the humidity in his sleeping spaces to make sure that, you know, when we have the humidifiers on, it was running well. So I got a couple of those and whatnot. So just really just anything and everything, whatever she feels like she needs or we need, we're just fucking making her happen, getting everything done. And then I'm trying to also get as much of the real estate prep done before he arrives. So I got a filing cabinet this week. Dad and I went over. There was somebody offloading a bunch of surplus office shit, like they had closed an office down somewhere, and so they had a ton of fucking office equipment and shit. And so I got a 3 tall, 36 inch wide filing cabinet that's like proper fucking office, like heavy duty. It's not like the paper thin, you know, sheet metal shit. For $140, which was like crazy cheap. Because if you buy that right now, you're spending. I was shocked. It's like that's $1,000 or $1,200 to get one that's not like paper fucking sheet metal. And the only problem was that the inside each drawer, you know, there's a long bar that goes along the front of the drawer that allows you to attach dividers that go front to back of the drawers for like separating into segments and to hang, you know, the hangers basically. And unfortunately, this one, I had to go rooting around the bottom of it because obviously when it was getting transported, the fucking shit was just everywhere inside of it. Whatever. There was only one long bar and I need 2 more. So I keep, every day I've texted him. Unfortunately, he keeps thinking that he's going to be able to get either his wife or his daughter over there to the location. He hasn't been able to yet, so sometime in the next couple of days, hopefully I'll be able to get those. And then I have a fucking, like the 5th time in the last 3 months, I'll be stripping as much as I can out of this back room, getting rid of a bunch of crap, and setting it all up for that filing cabinet and whatever we need for storage, diaper boxes, fucking baby formula, fucking whatever else he's, because we got nothing in there. You can't walk in there right now. I just cleaned it fucking 2 months ago and it's already fucking to the roof. It's just bullshit. It's the least exciting topic, but it's my life. Every time I open the curtain, I go back there and I'm like, fuck! I just did this! So yeah, that's been my weeks, man. That and streaming, just whatever. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 6, you know, because that's been a pretty good time. You get into the proper modes and it's pretty fun. And then I played Guild Wars 1 the last 2 days because they just did what they're calling like a reforged, which is basically they made some UI changes so that it works on modern displays because this game is 20 years old this week. And also work on the Steam Deck. And so they've been making some changes. So a bunch of people were flooding back into Guild Wars 1, and so I was hopping on to have some fun with that, and that's been basically my week. And it will likely be next week as well. I come back next week and I say, yeah, I fucking folded boxes and tried to clean room in my fucking back room and it's dirty again. I gotta do it again. And it's probably gonna be that way until the middle of January. And it'll be fun to see when baby arrives. Baby shares a birthday with Mr. Black. It could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm turning older next month, so.
That's true. I like. We're not even going with the age anymore. It's just we're turning older.
I'm getting too close to 40, bro. I'm turning 39, bro. I'm getting way too close. Way too close. Like just the thought, just even the thought of that is weird. But
It's
here
true.
we are.
It's true. I mean, like I think I probably asked you this before. For me, 37 was when it got real. So 36 still sounded fine. 35 sounded fine. 37, I went, oh!
Yeah.
There was something about that 7 that fucked me up. And I feel like I'm going to feel the same at 47 because I did at 27. Like there's something about crossing that. You would think it would be going to like 26 because you're on the other side, but 26 or 26, 36 felt fine. 37?
Hey, at least you're not turning 39, bro. I'll be on the countdown to 40.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true. Although I feel like in all honesty, I don't feel dramatically different between 30 and 37.
No.
I feel a little bit more
does.
ragged. Yeah, my body's got a little bit more ragged, but not like dramatic. That's mostly because I just sit all day. It's not necessarily my body per se. It's some of it. But it's also I just fucking trashed myself by sitting in a goddamn chair for 12 hours a day for the last, 10 years.
More than
that. It's probably
been more than 10 years.
Not well. Oh well, no. Since since I started feeling 27. Since I started feeling,
okay.
Before that, 10 hours a day in a chair in my early 20s, easy, light work. Those were like 16 hours back then.
It's hard for me to sit in front of the computer for past 9 hours. Like it really, truly is. Like
it's gotten that for me too.
It's like, yeah.
Do you have you're different because you're doing like RP and stuff, but like for me, even when I'm streaming, when I'm playing any game, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing. If I'm playing a game, especially if it's like relatively intense, like Battlefield, like that 4.5 hour mark for me, and I'm ready to pack it in. Like the stream is easy for the first 4.5 hours, and then I hit a wall, and then I have to find a way to like break through the fucking barrier.
I'm about the same. I'm about the same, and it depends on the day. But I would say by hour 5, I'm kind of like, I'm conscious about how long I've been streaming and how much more I gotta go. Now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just over half. But yeah, no, it is what it is. If I find like a really great game or I'm like really into like role play for the day or something, it isn't too bad. But a few days out of the week, I'm definitely feel I don't have the stamina I did even 5 years ago. I just don't. And true. I think part of it is my desire. I'm not as hungry as I used to be, and I also just value just me time or family, like just being
priorities make doing it more difficult at this point.
Yeah. But I still, I still have a good time, and I'm still, I'm out here grinding, bro. I got a couple more in me. I think I got a couple more in me. We'll see. Fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out, and that'll just hook me right back.
That could happen. It could happen.
It will. Yeah.
Let's see what the folks at home have sent in to us this week, Mr. Black. See what we got here. We got Zonix kicking us off. It says it looks like they're always. Oh, we're missing a word here. It looks like there are always technical issues at the start of the podcast. Is this done on purpose to keep with the Technical Alpha brand?
No.
Tongue-in-cheek question. Happy holidays. No, it's definitely not done on purpose. It is a convenient name, though. I can tell you that much, because we can fall back on the joke every time something happens. No, Typically, it's just some shit's gone fucking wrong. Between Windows just being a fucking bipolar, ornery bastard, and you just never know what's gonna fucking happen. Like, shit's just been it's so weird. I mean, case in point, when I'm streaming, I've used a 2 PC setup for ages, right? With the Elgato 4K capture card, not the newest one, that's the Gen 2. They didn't change the name, I don't know why, but like, so the original 4K 60 is what I have, like that internal capture card. If you use it in a 2 PC setup, and it seems to be different between some PCs, but for my streaming PC, if I just open up OBS, and I add the capture card, you've done that when you're doing console games, whatever, you're just plugging it into the capture card, away you go, right? There's a source in OBS. If I just use that, it will run either intermittently at half of the speed it's supposed to, meaning like instead of 60, it's putting out 30. Of like either for stretches of time or permanently, until I open up Elgato's own 4K capture utility, which is the thing that they package that you can also local record with or whatever the fuck on the side. Once I open that, and they're both OBS and that running, 60 FPS the whole time. There's ghosts in the fucking machine. You never know what's gonna happen. Everyone's out here on just flying by the seat of their fucking pants. And like years ago, I would have sat there and beat my head against a wall to figure out why that's happening and how I can get it so that I don't have to run both at the same time. I ain't even that anymore, bro.
Don't question it, bro.
I just leave it run. I just fucking put it on. It's like
technology.
There is nothing stopping you from getting a different interface that you don't have to finger blast every time we fucking do anything on the Windows PC because UA refuses to make fucking devices work on Windows.
That's just it. And I'm not, listen, I've accepted it, right? I've accepted it. It's all good.
You gotta give it a little fucking something special.
I gotta finger blast it a little bit, go until it sounds good, and then we just keep it moving. That's where we're at. That is where we're at, dude. There is so much about my setup, like my monitor, my main monitor, some of my stream elements pop-ups, different links and things, the audio interface. There's so much like scuffy shit that goes on, but I'm past that point in my career where I give a single fuck. I'm just like, hey, you know what? This is just it. It's like a body that you can't do what you used to do, and you've just, at this point, you've accepted it.
You've
accepted it and you've adapted. That's it.
Yes.
And I have adapted. Sometimes it's a little lazy. I get it, but the effort required it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't have the mental capacity for it.
You gotta just do what you can do. It's technical alpha though, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jubinator, gaming related stuff. He said, if there was ever a chance for Linux to be used by a substantial amount of PC gamers, is the Steam machine the spark? As someone who is annoyed by Windows more and more, that's everyone right now, except for like sheep that are just out there that open up their fucking email inbox on their computer. I dream of the day that all games are supported on Linux. So I mean, Linus, what's his last name? Not fucking Tech Tips Linus, but like Linus, his last name starts with a T, I think is like the father of Linux, or more or less in that neck of the woods. And my tech viewers will forgive me for not knowing that specifically. But like 11 years ago, I think it was like 2014, or some shit maybe, he did an interview. And, there was a discussion back then also around, there was a slight uptick in people installing various Linux distributions. And they were discussing kind of what it would take to really put Linux over and get it mainstream, and not just for a bunch of like, neckbeardy, just the types that don't mind spending half of their time fighting the operating system just to give a middle finger to Microsoft, which is tempting these days, in all honesty. And he said that if it was ever going to get popularized, the Steam is going to be the one who will do it. And that was in 2014. And now here we are. Steam has Steam OS, which is built off of Linux. It is powering the Steam Deck. It will power the GameCube as well moving forward. They continue to improve upon it. And it's not, I mean, it sounds obvious, but maybe, back then it wasn't as obvious. But these days, if Linux has any legs, it will be largely in the gaming space. Because for anyone that's not just an average Office user, and even Office users, I mean, you gotta know what you're fucking doing. I mean, printer drivers, anything that's a driver, there's, it's not easy, depending on the distribution or the distro that you're using, I should say, to really do something as simple as just fucking have your goddamn printer work in Linux. Or it limits the programs you can use without having to like use Wine or some shit, or like basically run a virtual machine that's running Windows so that you can run the fucking apps that your business requires you to fucking run. So gaming makes sense. The secret is to have the games support Linux, and then the graphics manufacturers, cars manufacturers, also more directly support Linux. Those are the only two vectors. That's a lot fewer moving parts than trying to get everything else about a PC in an office environment or a music production environment or a graphic design environment and shit where there's industry standard file types and all this shit. Way fewer. So he's right, and here we are, and Steam is doing it. And I still think it's correct. And so to answer your question, I would say, yes, Steam is the one that's going to make Linux have any hope at being what you might even approach saying mainstream. But it does come down to support. Are people that are making the games going to make Linux versions, or are they going to optimize the Linux side? Or, are we going to get faster optimizations for graphics drivers and things of that sort for Linux? But yeah, it's tempting. I mean, this is probably this year specifically because of the Windows 11 thing, forcing people into Windows 11 by and large, having people like basically asking people to throw away perfectly good working hardware because it doesn't support some bullshit fucking, supposed, it's totally for you security feature, so that Microsoft can literally strip an even greater amount of information from you and give you even less controls over your desktop environment. A lot of people have moved to Linux, but they're also, you'll see if you go watch creators on YouTube, even the people that know what they're doing to some degree or they have some background in it, it's not easy. It's just not. And no amount of, if you use this distribution or this distro, it's like plug and play. I swear, you just plug her in and you're fucking off to the races. You're on Pornhub in no time. It's just not that easy for most people. And you think about the average person, you're fucked. Like you just can't. It's just there is no shot that that's ever going to happen. So yeah, it will be something like the Steam Deck, the GameCube, or something like that. But like, here's a great example. Mr. Black is not completely hardware, or computer ignorant. He's been using them for a wide variety of shit as a creator for 15 years. And if I asked Mr. Black, have you even considered, or would you ever consider currently wading into or trying Linux just because Windows 11 has become a night? Thank you.
No.
It's just not. It's just not. Like, the reality is and somebody else that's in the Linux sphere said this recently too, and it might have even been Linus as well, like until you're literally just clicking a button and automated stuff that is automated on the Windows side, like driver updates and things of that nature, until we're like closer to more of that being the reality on Linux, the average person's never going to get it done. Is it cool that you can install a Linux distro and get up and running with some of these immutable fucking versions and shit in like a half an hour? That's fire. Installing Windows right now and going through the song and dance, I mean, Mr. Black would remember we did it with his computer not that long ago. It's like a fucking 4-hour affair, for Christ's sake. You gotta block your whole fucking day out just to install Windows 11, and half the time you're spending trying to tell it no. Because Windows has become the dude at a fucking frat house party that is too drunk to accept no from the girl that he's been trying desperately to get with for the last 3 hours, and he just keeps coming back and is, hey, are you like sure? Because I totally feel there's a vibe here. I think we got something. It's my buddy's place. We got a bedroom upstairs. Sure you. And she's just sitting there going, no, still no. Go fuck yourself. No, don't care. No, fuck, no. And that's what installing Windows 11 is like right now for like an eternity. And then you get into the Windows machine after all of that, and then you still have to go through and unfuck everything that it fucks anyway. And Mr. Black just had to watch me do that. I'd never let him do that himself because he'd probably give up halfway through and it would be a fucking gong show because it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. So Linux has to not only just be able to say, we're not Microsoft. Your old hardware can run us. You can run Linux on a fucking empty bubbly can. This shit's like one step away from this is an Xbox style. Like you can literally run Linux on fucking anything. And it's fast because it doesn't have, it's true, all that Microsoft fucking bloat and telemetry and everything else. But the downside is you damn near still to this day need to have some level of programming knowledge to fucking do it. And so, we'll see. But the answer from Mr. Black, and that's why I'm the one that spoke this whole time because I know his answer to this is just no. It's just not. It's not happening. No, not now. Probably not in 10 years from now. Good luck with Linux. Movies, Mr. Black, here we go. This is up your alley. You guys somewhat excited for Avengers Doomsday? Also, what do you think it would take for the MCU to be as enjoyable to watch as it was pre-2019? What do you got, Mr. Black? First part of the question.
I mean, yeah.
Are you excited for Doomsday?
Am I excited? No, I'm not excited, but I'll go watch it. And it's never getting back to peak. Ever. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's never
on your
going back
left
to peak.
Was the peak moment, and we're never going back.
We've peaked, right? Doesn't mean there can't be fun to be had. That doesn't mean there can't be some good movies. It doesn't mean that it can't even be great. But that was peak. That's like peak cinema. Like not even like peak Marvel. It's like peak cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. The answer is no. It's over. It's downhill from here.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, if you take all the individual Marvel films, calling Endgame cinema for me isn't necessarily because it's like an Oscar type situation, but what it is, and we've talked about this before. That scene, that ending scene, that like everything gets lost and whatnot, and then the audio crackles through, and if you saw that in the theater, and everyone you hear like an audible fucking gasp in the movie theater, and then they all start coming out of the portals and shit, and it was like that because that scene is what makes it impressive. It's not that it was done on a blue screen and you can easily tell that the lighting is fucking goddamn terrible and everything is like the classic Marvel of the late 2010s and early 2020s. But what it is the single most impressive culmination of the greatest number of separate films that even if it wasn't perfect, leading all the way up, they stuck the fucking landing, which is really the important part. All the individual ones, they could be like hits and misses and not everything was perfect. But then they got to that one moment and all they needed to do was hit that dismount, fucking stick the landing, and their score went from like perpetually mediocre to a 10. And they fucking got the 10. The shit was crazy. That shit still gives me nerd chills. If I watch it once a year, if I let it be that infrequent, that scene comes around, I don't even have to watch the lead-up movies. I can skip directly to Endgame and still get nerd chills in that scene. And so that's, that shit, how the fuck are you going back to that?
You don't.
There just ain't no way.
Good luck. Yeah.
Good luck. Let's see. Tech support, you said, I wanted to clarify the no plumbing versus no electricity question from last podcast was meant for Your normal house, not specifically a lake or a beach house. Oh, I see. I assume your answer is the same, though. Yeah, yeah. Or,
Yes.
yeah, would not change. Would not change. It'd be slightly more bearable in my own home, but my answer would not change. Let's see. This is I have to read the whole question because this is so fucking specific and random. I actually only half understand this, but I'm going to give this a shot. We'll see what you say because I have to, because this comes in from Dixie Normus. You've won the genetic lottery. I know. And have the ability to choose to have either 0 children or 2 or more, but all of them in one pregnancy. So they're also aging equally. I don't know why that's contextually important. How many children are you willing to have? Plot
Twins.
twist. Now you're the one giving that single birth and C-section is not an option. Does that change your answer?
Well, I'm not going through all that shit. I'm not doing it. I can't anyway.
I think that's just the hypothetical. If you could, if you were able to, would you be willing to do it?
No.
I think that's a would you do it the way that your wife is willing to do it?
No. Because my mind can't even
comprehend.
Yeah, like biologically, I'm not wired like that. Even though I know it's a hypothetical, but even hypothetically speaking, I can't even find a path in which I would say yes to that. So it's a hard no. I'd rather adopt and be done with it. Or if adoption isn't even an option, I'm totally fine with that. I got nieces, I got nephews, I can spoil whomever. Yeah, no. You ain't filling me up with a bunch of sperm and fucking and having me be pregnant for 9 months and then go deliver twins. It ain't happening. It's no. It's an easy no. I don't have to think about it. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
get a couple of dogs. Call it a day.
I would say 2 is probably, because 2 has always been kind of as far as I've ever wanted to take it anyway. Yeah, no, I don't think I could do it either, but not for any other reason than I just like, I know. Like, there's one thing that I have to, I mean, well, there's lots of reasons why I respect, my wife, to say the least. I can't even, like you, I can't even envision that. But lots of women, even if they're scared, which you would be crazy not to be, they're just there, like, mentally, they're just there. They're like, just let's fucking go. And then some of them, the craziest part is they give birth the first time, they're scared, and they come back around, and some of them, if they're young enough, come back around, like, all right, round 2.
Let's do it again.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And only been fucking 12 months.
Yeah,
ain't even waited a full calendar
some are
year.
less than 12 months. Some do the 6 weeks,
Like
and they're like, fill me up again.
Yeah. Like, goddamn. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it's
good,
built different, literally, and mentally in that game. I can't even fucking imagine that. It is a crazy thing in general. And God bless the fucking women for taking that on. This is why, listen, my wife last night, she's like, can I get a foot massage? I said, yes, dear. You're fucking goddamn right. Because you're carrying a child and I can't even complain about shit right now. I ain't got no room. You want a foot? Yeah, I got you. We got a foot massage coming right up. It ain't going to be good.
That's it.
But I'm going to give it a good old college try.
Yeah.
Fucking going for it. What are this is also, Dixie Normus, really, if you do know what I mean, got in here this week. What are the 3 worst entertainment experiences for each of you? Can be any entertainment, including games, movies, TV, etc. and then read the rest of the question after you have them defined. Okay, so the 3 worst entertainment experiences that you can think of. Game of Thrones ending seasons
Oof.
is one. The ability to rug pull an entire like feverish fan base the way they did, and the guy coming out saying your TV's not fucking tuned properly. It was one of the craziest fucking lines ever uttered.
I'm going Matrix 4.
Oh my god,
So,
yes. That's on mine too. 100%.
That's so
holy
list, bro.
shit. Yes.
That's fucking bad. Holy fuck,
yes.
that was bad.
I got one more easy one. Luke Skywalker throwing a fucking lightsaber over his shoulder.
Bad. Real bad. Real bad.
Fuck that noise. That's it. That's it. Those are my 3. They're all movies, but like that's like I don't really consume that much of like other, because the beauty of the when you're at a movie, you're already there. You're in it. You're at the theater. It's got to be real bad to walk out. It's like I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie because I've already spent fucking $7,000 to be here. I'm gonna fucking eat my popcorn and I'm gonna fucking watch this movie. But when you're watching TV shows, I mean, you can just turn it off. Yeah. Fuck, you got no commitment. I've only been to a couple of concerts. All of them have been good because I'm picky choosy, as to which ones I'm going to. I'm not just fucking randomly going to a concert. Yeah, those 3 of the movies, those are easy for me. So, well, in fairness, Game of Thrones was a TV show, but it was different.
It was. Yeah,
those were movie shows.
I'm not gonna pick Game of Thrones. Like, I hated the ending, but I also there was parts that were okay, I guess. The Matrix. That's I need one more. Yeah, I don't know. Because concert-wise, there hasn't been a concert that I've seen that like it's like the worst thing I've ever seen. Entertainment.
I was trying to think if there's like a game that really fucking disappointed me. Diablo 3, you went ham on. I mean, you were buying discs just to break them.
But I don't even but I don't even know if I can still classify that as like top 3 worst things.
Yeah,
like
true.
Entertainment-wise, Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a third. Anyway, what's the second part of the question?
So the second part of the question is, it's a marry, fuck, kill situation amongst the 3.
Oh.
If that's the case,
I'll marry the Game of Thrones.
Yep.
I'm murdering the Matrix.
Matrix, 100%. And I'm fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll fuck
Actually,
Star
you know
Wars
what?
as well.
I'm flipping that. I'm marrying Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Fucking Game of Thrones.
I'm fucking Game of Thrones, and yeah. When I think about it, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I could do a one night stand with that Game of Thrones, but I don't think I could look at it every day. Yeah.
You wouldn't see anything anyway.
That too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too.
Another question, Dixie, in here heavy. You've unintentionally rubbed your water
Dixie,
bottle.
Whoa, Dixie, no. Pick somebody else. I'm not spending 30 minutes of our podcast answering 4 questions for this guy. Next week, Dixie, we're here every Thursday, bro.
Kevin, how do you guys feel about the political climate in Canada? Oh boy, of course we dove over it. I should have read that ahead of time.
No. Next. Guys, come on, let's get a little. We need something better than this.
Doctor asks, were you in Vegas for F1? You were there just before. You were leaving when F1 was like properly starting, right? Because they were doing like laps the day you were leaving, I think you said. Like they were doing like some
qualifiers. They're doing qualifiers, I think. Yeah, the day I left. I mean, I'm not an F1 guy. I know I drive an F1 simulator and I like cars, but I'm the type of person that when I'm into a sport, I have to be like into it. I can't casually watch sports
I know what you mean.
Because I feel like I'm missing out or I'm not like participating the way I should be. So, in fact, both times that F1 was in Vegas, I think it's only been twice, but maybe it's been 3. At least 2 of the times I've been there. during it, and I did not go because listen, if the tickets were like $100, I'd have just done it just to do it. But like we're talking like $1,000 tickets to stand outside and watch F1 cars go around in not so much circles, but you know, not too far off that. It just, I can think of better ways to spend my money, and it's just not all that appealing to me. So, you know, if I could spend $1,000 to be in the passenger seat of one of those Formula racers, it's a different story. It's a different experience. But to spend it to sit out there, yeah, no. But I would gladly spend $1,000 on a huge UFC card to go out with friends and make a day of it or a night of it. I have no problem. I'd have no problem doing that. But even $1,000 for a UFC ticket is pretty fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
But it would have to be something real special, right? But yeah, I just don't value it that much. If the tickets were a lot cheaper, so just like any casual person could just go there and enjoy it, kind of like a hockey game or something. Like, yeah, I would have stuck around. But I was there, but I did not watch, and I went home during it. Half of the other crew, because it was Scream's bachelor party, they all went. They're big F1 fans. They went, but I didn't.
Yeah, racing was always something that, for me, I struggled to imagine why, or like I struggled to like imagine how, I should say, it could possibly be that entertaining in person. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun for maybe the first few laps, and then you have to remember you're mostly in one place, so you're seeing one section of track. And that's kind of, then you're watching what, like a monitor somewhere that's like showing the race where you can't see it, presumably, or like some way of doing that. At that point, I'd just rather watch at home, because I'm seeing the whole race from every corner, every camera angle. You know, I've never really fully understood. You know, it is exhilarating, but only for a short period of time. And for $1,000, nah. Then he asks, have you guys ever watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu? Great name for that show, actually. I don't watch anything on Hulu, actually. But he said it's the purest reality TV show you've ever seen. Yeah, quite literally. No, I haven't, because I had nothing on Hulu, really. I don't really watch anything on Hulu. But Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I mean, how is anything, it's a fucking show, like anything how is there anything secret at that point? It's just like there's camera crew everywhere. Like, yeah, I get it's reality TV, it's all fucking like cooked up anyway, but that's like particularly silly to me.
But I feel like with Mormons, right? I feel like even them being on TV and doing all of this is not Mormon-like, right?
Well, probably not, but I mean, they're also out there fucking collecting wives like Pokemon, so who knows what the fuck they're okay with at this point.
I suppose.
I mean, they've populated half of Utah, so, you know, they've got, you know, they're out there, you know, doing the Lord's work, apparently. You know, be fruitful and multiply, taking that, you know, I'm gonna multiply my wives first.
Damn right.
Mad Kiwi, seeing how a drunken raccoon trashed a liquor store in Virginia, what was your favorite drinking and or animal story? Did you see that? I saw that in my Discord, somebody posted.
I saw the raccoon, he was like fucking drunk out of his mind, fucking passed out.
Next to a toilet. Like, he looked like he tried to get to the toilet in time and just failed and just fucking passed out.
Couldn't make it.
Coincidentally, I will say that I don't know if necessarily my favorite animal story, but it's definitely up there and related. Remember the raccoon that was in Toronto, and it was it died on the side of the road, and it like nobody came to like remove it for so long that people started taking like social media pictures with the fucking raccoon. But then there was like they started like bringing flowers, and then there was a candlelight vigil. And there was like a whole fucking thing, and by the end of it, it was like a whole fucking like, you know, set up for this raccoon. It was surrounded by candles, flowers everywhere. People were showing up, take pictures.
Rest in peace.
That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, I'm not gonna lie. That shit went for like, what was it, almost a full day? It was insane. Yeah, that was kind of funny. So I'll go with that for an animal story. Favorite drinking story? I'm never the one drunk, so all of my stories are through the eyes of like the sober person at the party. And I'm going to be honest, it's being the sober person in a room full of hammered people is rarely particularly entertaining. There's not really like it might be funny for the first like 5 minutes, and then it just becomes grating. So I don't think I have any like particularly amazing drinking stories. I will say the closest thing I have, and is not to do with anything like heavy drinking. When Brian and I were doing one of the original Shitty Games Done Slow marathons, this is a long time ago now. Jesus, when was that? Like 2013. We were drinking because we had to. The games we were playing were fucking goddamn atrocious. And Brian, for whatever reason, decided that he was going to try, because he had never tried it before, Captain Morgan white spiced rum. Neither of us have ever had this white spiced rum before. And it was kind of interesting, you know, rum being perfectly clear. It was a little weird. It was a little exotic. It was fucking probably $5. It's Captain Morgan. God only knows. So he brought this bottle over, and we were mixing fucking rum and cokes with it. And it was the nastiest fucking shit I've ever drank in my life. But we were committed to finishing the fucking bottle, and it got to a point where, you know, it just became a running gag about bringing out the white spiced rum. But I will also add this one more, and it's also Brian related. He was streaming at the time, and he did very briefly. Brian was streaming in his off time. It was when he was doing like his apprenticeships and stuff, and in the winter time there was no work, and so he had a lot of downtime, so he was streaming. I don't remember the context as to why he decided to, or if he lost a bet or what, but he drank an entire bottle of Fireball. A full bottle of Fireball. And if you don't know what that is, it's a Canadian whiskey, and it's got a little red devil on the fucking front of it. And it smells so strong of cinnamon. If you uncap it, and you went to like another room in your house, and you just took a whiff, you're catching cinnamon from across the house. The best example I can give you of how strong this shit is when we were really young, Jeff and I was over at his place. We went out for a walk one night. I was staying over his place. It was summer. We were just out for a walk. And when we left his house, there was a spot nearby where some people like would hang out, the high school kids and stuff would hang out. And it was a almost 5-minute walk, close. Maybe a 3-minute walk. When we left the door to his home, you could smell cinnamon hearts. If you've ever had the candy cinnamon hearts, it smells like that. So it's not like just straight cinnamon. It's more like that synthetic cinnamon hearts thing. We walked outside and you could smell it, and I'm going, it's like, you know, it's like weed. It's like, where are they smoking the weed? It's like, where's the smell coming from? And we went for our walk anyway, and then we started hearing people talking. We got close and we realized it was a single open bottle of Fireball 3 minutes away outside, and you could smell it that far away. Brian drank the whole fucking bottle. I've never seen somebody so drunk in my life. He had a fucking afro wig on, which was like a prop that we had from like the Shitty Games Done Slow, and he was so sloppy. It was the sloppiest. He's in his own bedroom, thank fuck. I've never seen anyone that drunk. He was hilarious. He was fucked out of his mind. I was a little bit concerned, but he survived anyway. Moral of the story, don't drink Fireball. I will say those are my two. What do you got, Mr. Black?
I can't really think of like a pet one. I mean, the raccoon thing is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The
candlelight vigil was absolutely fucking incredible.
That's
for
roadkill. That's pretty awesome.
Like, that's spectacular.
Drinking. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but it's my most memorable. I think I was 20. It was 19 or 20. I think I was 20. And I was living with Wayne at the time.
Oh, is this the story I think it is?
He had his. He's from a small French town, not too far from here. It's a couple hour drive or something. Anyway, he had some people from his hometown come in, and we wanted to go out and get hammered. So we all decided that it would be smart for us to see who could take the most shots. And we had
pre-drink.
Pre-drink. Oh, this was more than a pre-drink. This was drink and then no more drinks for the rest of the night. But it was like we had quarts of Bailey's, Goldschlager. There was tequila. There was vodka. Just all kinds of stuff.
You just picked the worst. You just literally listed the worst row of drinks.
Yeah.
Short of Fireball. Like, if you replaced vodka with Fireball, you would have had, like, the fucking...
There was no Fireball, but the Goldschlager's very close in terms of, like, you know, like a fiery cinnamony...
That's true.
Thing. So we mixed, the majority of us mixed, we had 2-ounce shot glasses, so like taller shot glasses, and we did half Bailey's and half Goldschlager, and they called that like,
ass is what they should call it.
Yeah, there was a name for it. There was a name. I think it was called fire. I think it was called. I don't think it was called Fireball, but it was called Fire something. I'm not sure what it was. Anyway, we basically went around the circle. There was like 5 or 6 of us. We went around the circle, and we would just take these shots. We go around the circle, and we would keep going until there was one person remaining. So basically, you had to like bow out. And like this wasn't like, let's do this over a 2-hour period. This was like, let's start and then let's see who ends. So we're taking a shot, and it got to the point where I don't even remember now, but I was definitely in the double digits. And I want to say I was either on shot 11 or 12 or something like that. A guy named Danielle, actually.
French.
He got to, he's very French, but he got to 18 or 19. And like, these are 2-ounce shots. It gets to the point where all of the quarts were gone, except for there was like a little bit of vodka left. And I think that there was like some other shit alcohol, but we were fucked. And I mean, like, it was almost, it was like an instantaneous thing. So we end up going downtown. We call cabs, and as we're in the cabs, like, people are like not doing so hot, right? So we get to the dome, and you know, Wayne immediately goes to the bathroom. He's puking. I'm not in the throw up phase yet, right? But I'm like, I know I'm fucked, and I know it's coming.
You got the sweats?
Oh yeah. It's just bad. It's just bad, right? So I'm starting to get a little anxious because like now I know like the club's loud. Wayne's in the bathroom. He's fucking done. I gotta somehow get him out. So we basically get in, and then we're there for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, a half hour, and we're like, boys, we gotta go. We gotta fucking go. So the majority of us leave. We get cabs home. One guy is puking all in this guy's cab. We finally make it home. Wayne just immediately goes into his room and locks the door. And then I'm by myself in his roommate's room. His roommate was actually out of town. So I was in his room. And his roommate had like one rule. He's like, don't be fucking in my bedroom, right? And I was like, well, there ain't no girls here. This is all dudes. We're hammered. And then I remember sort of blacking out, and I kind of wake up and I'm like throwing up. I'm waking up and I'm just like throwing up. I'm not throwing up in his bed, but like I'm on the floor. And it's all in this blanket and shit. And we worked at Empire Theaters back then. So what we did beforehand while we were drinking is we would allegedly take home a bunch of New York fries, cheese curds. They had these big packets where you can make their gravy. It was basically like powder, and you'd mix it with water. And then, so we basically made like New York fries at home. So we were all eating New York fries, and it was a New York fries like special. Yeah. I end up going to the bathroom, and I'm throwing up like crazy. And then I black out, like I'm out, right? I wake up in the morning, right? So let's just say the time in which all this went down was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at like 7 a.m., right? In the bathroom, on the floor. And I'm out of it, right? I'm like, holy fuck, what a night. And I get up, I look around, and I see shit. I see shit around me.
Actual,
Like-
just so because I know the story.
like-
Actual shit, legitimate
Literal
shit.
human feces,
Yes,
like
yeah.
around me. Right? Like it's almost like I was in the middle of a seance. Like I'm in the middle, and there's
They
shit. There's
drew
shit
a pentagon of shit.
like sort of around me, like shit around me, right? And I immediately check my ass, right? Because I'm thinking, did I shit myself? Right? Like no. So I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? And like the shit wasn't like full blown like turds. It was like squirts. Like, it was like.
I mean,
like
it would be
the
after the
runs.
alcohol you guys put back. I mean, there ain't nothing soft or solid coming out of somebody's
No.
asshole after that shit.
So I get out of the bathroom, and immediately to the right is Wayne's room, and his door is still closed. I'm knocking on the door. I'm not hearing anything, right? So I'm like, all right, Wayne's still passed out. Hopefully he's not dead. His door's locked. I can't get in there. Wayne's passed out, right? I'm staggering. It's like right out of Hangover, right? I'm staggering down the hall, and I look around, and I see on the walls shit smeared all like on the walls. Like there's a closet door, and there was like a smear of shit, and I'm like following the shit path, right? And I don't know what I'm gonna see, like going out into the living room kitchen area. Like I'm fucking nervous. Like I'm like slow walking, like trying to piece together what the fuck is going on. Like there's shit everywhere. So I walk over to the living room,
Oh.
and Danielle is out, right? And I look, there's a garbage bag. There's like a garbage bag on the floor, and all I smell is shit, right? And as I go in the living room, I hear Danielle like moaning, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I look over, and he's like, and I'm like, Danielle, bro, are you okay? He's
Moaning
like,
in French.
Yeah, he's moaning, right? And this is the first 24 hours I ever met this guy. I don't really know him, right? And he's a little off, like he's a little weird, like he's not, like I think like he got into a social setting and he just kind of like went nuts because he didn't really know how to process being part of, like, he's from a really small town of like 100 people, and like he's now come in with his city boys, and we're like fucking, and he's trying to fit in, right? So he gets up, like he sits up on the side of the couch, and he starts patting his hair, and he goes, and he looks down, and he goes, who puked in my hair? And I go, Danielle, are you okay, man? He has puke all in his head. It's all like crusty now, and it's all like fucking in. And I go, Danielle, bro, like and I look down, dude, he's in his boxers. There's shit all over him, like absolute shit. There's a garbage bag. So, dude, what the fuck is this garbage bag? And then I grabbed the garbage bag from the end and I put it up, dude. There's like an absolute pile of diarrhea just in the middle of the fucking living room floor. So at some point he just shit all over the floor and then like grabbed a garbage bag and just covered it. I don't know what. And dude, Wayne gets up, bro. Wayne finally
oh my God.
gets out like an hour or so later. And he gets out of there and he's like, bro, what the fuck? And like, this is his apartment. And like, he's, I was like, bro, I don't know what, like Danielle clearly, and then Danielle ended up, I think he was like embarrassed or he was like just weirded out, something, but he ends up just leaving. Like he just fucking left.
Well, he just freaked. He didn't know how to handle that situation. He just got the fuck out.
He just got the fuck out of Dodge. And I'd never seen him again, but like Wayne was upset and we were upset because I was kind of living with Wayne. I was like living in his walk-in closet at the time. And and like on an air mattress. And Wayne we were all upset because we had to clean up his shit and puke. Like it was all over the fucking place. Like we were all sick. Like we all like threw up and stuff, but like we were like manageable. Dude, no joke. Months and months and months later, we're talking like a year-ish later, right? I was already moved out of Wayne's place, but he was still living in the apartment, and I would like visit and party and stuff like that. When he ended up moving, I helped him move, right? And there was a closet that was coming off of the there was a closet that came off the bathroom, and where I first saw like a rainbow smear of shit, right? Because clearly he shit himself and he was staggering all over the halls, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
fucking
like a horror movie, but instead of blood, it was fucking
instead
shit.
of blood, it's feces. So we're moving, dude. We moved all the stuff out of the closet. Didn't we fucking find more of his old crusty shit in the closet like a year ago? He somehow got into the closet and shit in the closet. There was shit on the floor, like underneath stuff. There was shit on the corner of the ceiling in the closet. Like, I don't know how it happened. So that was the most
maybe he was looking for like the garbage bags or something when he was in the closet and just like.
It's possible. I'm more weirded out because he clearly made it to the bathroom and shit all over my damn near lifeless body, passed out in the bathroom. I want to know what the fuck happened there. And I didn't have any shit on me, nothing. But I was surrounded by shit.
Let's just be thankful that he managed to navigate those waters.
Holy
because you could have woke up a different shade of brown.
I mean, let's be real. For sure. Oh yeah, fucking right I could have. So anyway, that was my most memorable. Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! I remember that story. That's a crazy. I mean.
Yeah, and I'm so upset because back on my old Skype, Wayne sent me all the photos because and I'm sure he still has it on a hard drive. We took photos of everything because we couldn't believe
so
what
unbelievable.
Happened. Yeah, it was like, and I'm gonna have to ask him next time I see him. I'm gonna have to say, like, do you still have the photos of Danielle that shit and puked all over the place? I'm sure he does somewhere. But it was crazy.
I think the thing that makes that story, beyond like the absurdity of it all, it wouldn't have been nearly as funny if the person who did it was somebody you actually knew well. It adds to the story that it is some dude that just appeared out of fucking nowhere. Like from a town of 100 people, never saw him again for the rest of it. All you know is he showed up, he drank too much Bailey's and Goldschlager, and literally coated an entire apartment with his own feces, and then left.
Yeah.
He straight smoke bombed, pocket sand, and fucking
gone. Didn't even clean up his own shit, bro. He panicked and left.
I can't even blame him, bro. I'd probably panic too, if I'm going to be honest.
And I'm pretty sure like Wayne, like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like Wayne literally cut ties with the dude. Like, I don't think he talked to him anymore. And they're like childhood friends. He like came and shit all over his apartment, dipped.
Again though, how do you come back from that?
You don't.
How
you don't.
You know?
Yeah, you don't. It's
like
crazy.
that was technically, that wasn't pre-social media days, but it was like. Everything's on social media. And so he's lucky. He's lucky that it was that could have gone worse for him. He might not have ever escaped that shit. Literally.
For sure. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate the super chat.
Yes, bless. Okay, where are we now? Let me see here. Yes, right. So some news here from Josh. After days of ridicule, Amazon takes down its awful AI-generated anime dub for Banana Fish. Yeah, so Amazon just went full ham and decided to do the entire dub of an anime with AI-generated voices, and it is horrible. It's fucking terrible. And they did. They had to take it down. It was so bad, they eventually had to take that shit down. Listen, that stuff's all coming. Maybe in the future, you know, some of the unions and stuff, the actors unions and stuff managed to, you know, properly get some stuff locked up. But listen, these companies are going to get as fast as they can to not have to pay anyone to do fucking anything. They are going to do it. So all I can say is fucking go get them.
Yep.
All the actors and actresses and everything, just go. Don't let him get away with it. You're gonna have to fight for this one. And everyone, because everyone else, I mean, like the problem is right now, if it's something really bad like that, the only people watching it are watching it for morbid curiosity, right? But most people will avoid it because it's bad. The trouble will start when AI gets so good that the average consumer can't tell the difference. Then you have a problem. We're not there yet, but we're getting 2 years, and we're probably there.
Yeah.
And then that's a whole different fucking can of worms that they're gonna have to fucking try to navigate. Can Stranger Things season 5 just die, please? Listen, dude, I checked out of Stranger Things after season 2. So I don't even know where that's at. I think this is the last season. They're wrapping it up at some point here, but I really liked the first season of Stranger Things. I thought it was great. And I also thought that it should probably not have gone for as many seasons as it did. They just kept fucking going with it. It's one of those things that it's a victim of success. Suffering from success. Dragging that shit out. Did you watch the first season? I think you watched the first season.
Just the first season. I didn't even finish it.
Mm.
Kayla watched, I think, all the seasons. I don't think she watched the newest one yet, but I'm pretty sure she ended up watching that stuff when I was.
She was committed enough.
Yeah.
No.
I don't really have any comments about Stranger Things because I haven't.
Yeah,
got
you
into
never
it.
got through it.
Maybe one day I'll sit down and I'll binge it, but as of right now, it's just not my jam. It's not my jam.
Wicked for Good is doing pretty well, but why do the cast members look like sticks? Were they forced to look like that? Listen, Ozempic hit Hollywood fucking hard, is my best guess. That and outright body image issues that a lot of people in Hollywood have. That's the combo. Like, we had the things I always call out for in more recent times was like the hard combo 1-2 punch that fucked up a lot of beautiful women was removing the buccal fat or whatever the fuck it's called in the cheeks. That removal that gave them like the sunken fucking face look so that they could try to look like they had fucking like cheekbones. Yeah. And then they paired that with Ozempic, and that they went from like gorgeous to they looked like a corpse walking, and it was like the scariest shit. They fucked themselves up. It was awful. So yeah, no, I mean, that's, in my opinion anyway, that's all it is. It's Ozempic and body image issues. And we all watched, Ariana's a Disney kid. I think she was Disney, right? Or was it Nickelodeon?
I don't know.
Maybe Nickelodeon. Either way, she's one of those people that didn't quite fully escape the head fuck of being a child star. She almost got out alive, but she got just fucked up enough that she's airing a lot of that shit out publicly in her entertainment, and we get to watch some of that in real time, and it's kind of fucking unfortunate that it happens, but it's child stars, man. We have yet to figure out a way to get them out of there in one piece. It does not seem to ever pan out well. What I am happy to see is that Macaulay Culkin eventually figured it out. And that dude is fucking winning at life right now, and it was great to see him pull up out of that fucking nosedive. For sure. Major. Major awesome. Hello, Major. I said, greetings, gentlemen. First things first, I managed to finish my Christmas shopping already. Fuck, that's quick.
Nice. Yeah, me too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got yours done last week, I think.
Yeah, on, when did I do it? Yeah, I think it was on.
You did it Black Friday, didn't you?
Friday or Saturday, one of the two, yeah.
Yeah.
Done. I gotta, there's one thing I gotta do. I gotta take Kai into, there's this thing at Pandora that Kayla wanted.
Yeah.
It's like this necklace and this pendant. But there's this thing where I can have Kai go in and he can write down, like, I love you, mom, or love mom, or something.
Oh, and then they're etching it into some shit or something?
Yeah, like his actual writing they put on the thing. So I got to take him down because I didn't take him there because he was sick, but I paid for everything and I got it all. So I just got to like get him down there and do that, and then I'm literally done. I even bought the Christmas cards. Everything is done. I'm locked in.
Let's go. The dream.
Yep.
I'm definitely not. Now the real question, he says, to avoid years of tax evasion and owing the state millions upon millions of dollars, yes, they know now, you both have to fake your own death. Explain in detail how you would do this. Jeff goes first. Also, you have 30 seconds to think of something starting now or else the bomb goes off. Okay, so.
Fake my own
You gotta fake your own death. How you doing it?
Oh boy. I'm leaving a note.
Okay.
Basically leaving a note and basically saying I'm going on an epic adventure, and it's very dangerous. If you don't hear from me, it means I have failed my adventure. And damn, this is not a good one. Wait. I think it's the 30-second timer. It's just
that sounded like a scuffed Mission Impossible. You know, should you accept it? Type shit.
Yeah, I have to stick with it. I got no more time, bro. I'm going to climb Mount Everest, and I've never climbed anything else before. I'm doing it. If you don't hear from me by this date, I failed my mission.
I'm going to suddenly. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. But if this is for tax, I guess you're just. I'm gonna suddenly go on a deep sea fishing trip. And oops, I didn't make it back. And then the boat that I'm on for deep sea fishing going to take me to a non-extradition country. And then we're just living her out there.
It's better than mine. That's better than mine.
And I'll also leave a note behind that says, my mission, and I accepted it, was to go on this very dangerous trip. And if you don't hear from me again,
there you go.
A foreign government agency has found me, and I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to come back. How do you rent that? But who says I'm renting a boat? You just go find somebody. Like, hey,
that's it, man.
If you're telling me I've been doing tax, I gotta have some money laying around. I'm just gonna fucking
have some money, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna give you some cash. You just take me offshore. We're gonna go catch some tuna.
You didn't see me
in South America.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. Jaka, I'm sure, I think I've said this before, but I hope that's how you fucking say that. Or Jaka, I don't know which one. Did you hear Jensen's, as in like, the NVIDIA CEO, Jensen's Rogan interview? What did you think? I saw clips of that interview.
I didn't see it.
I mean, listen, let me give you the gist of it. And stop me if this sounds insane to you. The man who is currently sitting upon the largest company on Earth that is entirely floated by artificial intelligence because they sell the fucking chips that do the number crunching, got on Joe Rogan and said, AI is amazing, and you should just accept that it's happening, and it's actually a good thing that what's going on is happening. And then just sold AI for the whole fucking, like, does that sound crazy? Of course not. Because what else was he going to do? You think Jensen Huang was going to go on fucking Joe Rogan and be like, listen, guys, we fucked up. Shit's fucked. But I'll be damned if we ain't going to fucking burn everyone's money on the way down. Like, no, of course not. He's going to sit there and he's going to sell you and everyone that's listening at home that everything's sunshine and rainbows. And yeah, so what if, like, RAM companies are suddenly pulling themselves out of the fucking market entirely to just sell exclusively to major AI companies and forcing the cost of consumer RAM to be so high that it's literally untenable? That's fine. It's okay. So what if it's, they're just buying up all of the shit to the point where now we have the first time in possibly human history in which large corporations are competing directly with consumers for consumer products at the store? That's fine. Yeah, so maybe they're sending in secret shoppers to fucking like Walmart to buy computer parts and shit off the Walmart shelf because they can't get enough direct from the fucking parts supplier, and everything's becoming literally irreversibly fucking broken. That's fine. Of course, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna preach the beauties of AI because he's sitting on a $4+ trillion company. That's half or more of its value is complete AI speculation. Zero actual fundamentals to their stock value. Zero for at least half. Think about that. That's like remember several years ago, and it's still kind of that way now. Electronic Arts. It was something like 80 or 90% of their entire value and revenue was just off of FIFA Ultimate Team card packs. Like there's like, yeah, you can look at the stock price and be like, oh my God. And then you realize that there's a fart in the fucking wind that could knock that over and the whole thing fucking evaporates in 3 seconds. That's where AI is at right now. Somebody's gonna fart in the breeze and oops, and it's gonna be fucking down horrendous. That doesn't mean AI is going away, but it is gonna be, I mean, again, even if that was happening, Jensen is already paid. The man's a quadrillionaire now. He don't care. He definitely does not fucking care about you. He doesn't care about anything that's happening right now. He has the easiest job in the world. He doesn't even understand his own product. If you've watched him do like his fucking like little shows where they're talking about the new graphics cards, he doesn't even call them by the right fucking names. He doesn't know what he's talking about. His entire job is to sit at the top of a $4 trillion company and talk about bullshit. And he gets paid billions of dollars to do that. It's infuriating. It's unfortunately the reality of it. And that's just what we have to live with. But yeah, of course. Jesus Christ. He went on Joe Rogan to talk about AI. I mean, what else do you expect? Fuck. Anyway. Fuck Jensen Huang. Literally. Fuck him. He's probably not a good lay, but fuck him. Let's see. Interesting that this got filtered by Patreon. There's absolutely nothing here that I can. Pave asks, throughout the years, I've heard you talking about Vegas trips many times. Well, you've actually just heard about them again today. What hooked you when you first went, and what keeps you going back? I'd imagine it being a good time, but not a good but not relaxing time. One that's fun, but always kind of the same.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate. It's not a place that you go to relax. I mean, it's a city that just
never sleeps.
Constantly, yeah. It's just exactly. It's just, I mean, it just keeps going and going. I like the atmosphere, right? I'm a bit of a degen. I like the fact that I can gamble as much or as little as I want. You know, drinks are flowing, even though I'm not much of a drinker. It's the atmosphere. I feel like there's a lot of people there that can, you know, sort of let their guard down a little bit, loosen up, have some fun. It's a city. It's a city of whatever you want, you can get. You know, and that's good and bad. It's a place. It's a place that I like to go once a year, and I like to go with the boys. And just have fun and just not worry about life. Just kind of escape. It's like my Disneyland or Disney World, right? Some families love going to Disney World and, you know, they get swept up in it and they wear their Mickey Mouse ears and they get
spend 30 grand a year
for everything. Yeah, and the thing is I don't even spend that much, you know, like a trip to Vegas is like, you know, with spending money and stuff, it's like $5 grand. And that's like me, like, you know, having
you're there usually
budget
for like 3 days or 4 days sometimes.
Yeah, 4 days. 4 days typically is what I go. I usually put like a $500 a day budget to like gamble, yep. and I just go and have fun. You know, I don't ball out like some people do, where they're, you know, spending tens of thousands of dollars or whatever. Yeah, I find it fun. It's not for everybody. You know, Kayla's been there a couple of times. She likes like the show aspect of it. Like you can go and see all kinds of artists and different types of shows. And if you're not into gambling, there's lots to do outside of that. But you know, the enjoyment level is going down a little bit because it's so expensive there now. Tourism is down quite a bit. You know, some of the hotels are just not what they used to be. Could definitely tell like the economy and just the sentiment
Hitting them
has kind
hard.
of hitting them. Yeah. But you know, there's lots of sporting events and stuff to go there. I feel like it's a place I would never want to live, but it's a place that I find really fun to escape reality and just go there and let loose for a few days, almost act childlike, where it's like you don't really get a little irresponsible, you know, you get a little funny. But yeah, I just find it fun. It's definitely not a scene for everybody. Definitely not a scene for everybody, and it's definitely not relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of walkings, just a lot of everything.
To be honest, though, I'm one of those people that it doesn't matter what the trip is, vacation destination, even if it's a place where you're on a beach or something. My fucking nose bleeding over here. What do I got going on here? What the fuck? Weird. But I always come home exhausted. There is something. I'm not the type of person that can relax on a trip. My nose is like actually bleeding.
Great.
Yeah, I'm not the type of person that can like relax on a trip. So I'm always tired no matter where I fucking go. It's just kind of the way that goes. But I can't even imagine going to Vegas though. I could not. I'd be fucking. It would drive me crazy. There's some shows I'd like to take in for sure. That would probably be entertaining to see. You know, I'd like to, it'd be fun to watch Bruno Mars dance his gambling debt away on stage. And you know, some of the magic shows that are going on down there are always a good time. But even for me, like when we went on our honeymoon and stuff, and we weren't doing anything crazy. I mean, we did a lot of walking and whatnot, but yeah, I always come back friggin' exhausted. Annoying celebrity to never hear from again. This comes in from Seth. You get to pick one. We get to see what
An
Seth
annoying
finds
celebrity?
to be annoying celebrity. Millie Bobby Brown. He's got his three. Millie Bobby
Oof.
Brown, Sydney Sweeney, or Jared Leto.
Man.
If I never had to hear from a celebrity ever again, I mean, I actually don't hear from Leto that frequently. So
Millie Bobby Brown. Gotta go. I'm sorry. Gotta go.
So what is it about her that annoys you? Because I don't know if I see her very often in even in interviews and stuff.
I see a lot of her on social media. She just annoys me, and I can't really put my finger on it. Like Jared Leto, I don't even really hear speak, and I just don't watch his movies, so I just don't give a fuck. And he's not like social media popular, like, you know, to the point where I see him in clips and fucking everything else.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown, I don't know, man. She's just like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that she's become a woman, and she's let me finish that. She's become a woman, and she is it feels as though she is aggressively showing us that she's not a child anymore, and it's like, we get it, you know, fantastic, but I feel as though she's reached, like, there's certain childhood actor,
all child girl actors go through that fucking phase though.
Yeah, or a lot of them do. Yeah, like a lot of them do, and it just kind of makes me uncomfortable because I've really only known her really from like the Stranger Things sort of ordeal, and then there was like another thing that she was in, and it feels forced. It just feels like, I don't know. And hey, I'm all power to you. Hey, listen, you listen, you're a grown woman. You can wear what you want. You can fucking be proud and fucking I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you can stand on business and let everybody know. It's just, I don't know, when celebrities do this, it's not even just female celebrities. There's guy celebrities that do this. They become like these sex symbols, and it's like kind of forced on you. It goes from like 0 to 100. And yeah, I don't know. She just kind of annoys me. And I have no reason to be annoyed, but out of those three people, if I had to pick one, that I can't stand Jared Leto. Like if the question was changed, is like, who do you want? I think she's a fine actress. I think she's totally fine. I just like the whole social media thing. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. And maybe that's just social media clipping shit and sending it to my feed and fucking force feeding me shit. And it's really not her. But, it's the same sort of thing. The same thing with Billie Eilish, right? It was the same sort of deal. Billie Eilish, I just got kind of sick of seeing that same shit as well. It's like, oh my God, Billie Eilish, she's got big tits and she wears baggy clothes. And did you see this? It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Like it's so forced.
The algorithm stuff is always nasty. It always is like some fucking dirty work. I mean, of those three, I just have to pick Jared Leto just because on principle. Yeah, I have to. Yeah. Even if I don't hear about him very often, if I can reduce that to 0, even better. It's spectacular. We get that down to 0. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying with Millie. It probably feels forced because when they all hit that age, and their publicists and their team all come together to style them, not just her, but like any child actress or actor that is now trying to transition into, all right, we don't want to get these roles over here anymore. We want to start getting these over here. And then in order for that to happen, people need to start seeing them as, and so it feels forced because it is, in my opinion. It's literally, it's done specifically for that purpose.
And it has nothing to do with how she looks. It has nothing to do with she's a good looking young woman. It's overload. It's so forced. It's all it's like, I get it. She's
and I don't even watch anything she's in.
It's like, no, neither do I. But I'm like forced to watch it all. And I'm like, I don't. It's like Millie Bobby Brown, Millie Bobby, and it's like, okay, I get it. And I think also part of it is Stranger Things season 5 is out, so there's just a lot more headlines.
Yeah,
there's a lot more like in your face. I think she's a fine actress. I'll watch stuff that she's in. I don't like boycott her like I do Jared Leto. That's not it at all. It's just this forced coming to age type transition. And since you brought her up out of those three, that's just sort of where I feel now,
Yeah.
That's just that. But do what I feel like that forever? No. But
the algorithms, man, they're supposed to give you the things that you're interested in. But honest to God, these days it feels like half
they
the
almost
time
try and force you to be interested in something. Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't like this? Well, let's just hammer it at you until you do. So,
David says can car manufacturers bring first of all, we could have gone with can car manufacturers, and the answer is probably no before I even read the rest of that, because most of them were bad before, but now that they're actually up against it, now they're fucked. Can car manufacturers bring back subcompact cars to North America, please? I drive a 2008 Honda Fit with 311,000 kilometers, and I'm clinging onto it for as long as I can. It's great on gas and has an amazing amount of available interior space. He said, I went to Japan in August, and the Hondas that were on the road were so practical. Cube vans, new generational Honda Fits, etc. I'm actually pretty upset that at Honda for the lack of availability for this sort of practical vehicle in Canada. Not everyone wants to drive a monstrous North American truck. Yeah, so can they? Yes. The reason why you're not seeing it is because people weren't buying enough of them for them to justify it. People in North America will put themselves in generational debt to drive an F-150. it will fucking happen. There is something, or there's something about North America where people have tied bigger, better, to the point where even if they're not using it and they're just using it as a commuter vehicle, you'll have like a fucking Ram 2500. Like it just, people just like them. And they are willing to put themselves, especially now that they cost like 80 grand. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when trucks used to be like fucking relatively inexpensive, like boxes? It's like a luxury vehicle now, like 80 grand for a fucking truck. So,
Yep.
and people are, and the reason why they keep going for it, although I will say it slowed down a bit, and those Ford parking lots, or those, not parking lots, the Ford dealership lots are full of a lot of fucking trucks that have not been moving for a hot fucking minute now. But that's the reality. That's why. And we went through a phase here where the subcompacts were super popular. The Toyota Yaris, the Honda Fit, things of that nature were really popular. But it's just become less so. I would say this. The upshot is there are still relatively small cars you can buy here. Like just if you're clinging for dear life, the Toyota Corolla with the hybrid engine basically gets the same as a Prius. So like they're going to kill their own car off. Prius is going to disappear. It's a pretty small car. It's not crazy expensive compared to fucking the rest of the market. And if you're big on gas mileage, that's a really good option. But the subcompact stuff, that's why people just aren't into it. They want crossover SUVs, full-blown SUVs if they can afford it or not, and they'll get one anyway. That just seems to be what we like here. And it's not that they can't, that's just it. Until the market starts demanding it. And some of the problem is, I guess, is that like in order for the market to demand it, it has to be available in the first place. So there's a bit of a catch-22 here. Like, how can we know that there's demand if they're not providing anything to give people choice to begin with? Maybe if they bring the fucking Honda Cube vans over here, or if they bring the new Fits, or if they if they bring some of that stuff, maybe they do end up being crazy fucking popular. But we don't know because they never bring them. So it's a bit of a catch-22. But I feel you. It's difficult, especially when the vehicles are so expensive right now. Everything. Mr. Black just went through that with his mom, where she had a write-off on her car, and he had to basically it wasn't even about matching the budget. It was just finding something that wasn't quadrupling the budget to get into a car in any reasonable time. And again, they weren't shopping for something big fancy.
No. It's expensive out there.
So yeah,
Crazy.
I feel you. Especially here in Halifax, where our roads are getting harder and harder to drive on because we don't have that much room on our roads to begin with. They were never that wide. They just weren't, especially in the city. And now everyone's driving like trucks and big honking fucking like Chevy Yukons. And there's bus lanes and bike lanes that they've now tacked on top of the roads where they used to be. We've got fucking like, those little like concrete dividers with green sticks and shit fucking coming up for like the 5 cyclists in the entire fucking city. And we lost 7 more feet of road space so that they can have their thing in there. And would it be great to have more subcompacts for cities like that, which is what it's like in Europe? Probably. But yeah, again, yeah, I feel you. It's rough. It's fucking rough out there. But there's lots of examples of weird shit like that. Like Toyota, just to keep the Toyota theme going, they have the Crown, which they're bringing to North America now. You can buy the Crowns here. There's 2 different versions of the Crown. But they're not bringing like the Crown Sport, which is the most popular Crown in Japan. And their problem is that Lexus doesn't exist in Japan. And so they can put all the Crown products as their literal, as the name would imply, their Crown, their Halo products. If they bring all their Halo products from Japan to North America, it directly competes with Lexus, and they're fucked. So, things like that happen. Regional vehicle selection and stuff, and it's bad. But yeah, I agree. As somebody who, as 6'6", drove a Yaris for years, and it was fine and had more room in it than some SUVs. I agree. We could probably deal with a couple of more around these parts. I mean, this is a. I'll ask. I'll say because it's super easy and quick, Mr. Black. It's a marry, fuck, kill from David. Windows 11, and you might think, well, that's an easy one there, but wait, you want to hold on.
Okay.
Windows 11, never-ending Linux distro debugging, pancreatic cancer. Now I know the joke is that we would rather keep cancer in here somehow, but no, of course not.
No,
fuck
just
cancer.
get rid
Cancer's
of the damn
dead.
cancer, bro. Yeah, it's dead. I mean, I'm fucking the Linux garbage, and I guess I'm marrying Windows 11. It is what it is.
Yeah, like you are in a begrudging relationship with Windows.
I mean, let's be real here. 50% of people are in marriages they hate anyway, so what's the difference? Fuck it.
Another one from this one's from Jaylan though. It's car related. BMW, Audi, Mercedes. Oh, we're doing the German route. We're doing the German car collection.
I'm marrying Mercedes.
Okay.
I am fucking BMW, and I'm killing Audi.
I am close. I'm going to flip a couple. I am marrying BMW. I'm fucking Mercedes, and I'm killing Audi. There is a few BMW engines that are just too good to pass up, despite the fact that they put that stupid fucking custom wrench bullshit to fucking be able to do maintenance to it. But then again, I think all three of these do exactly that, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, and I mean the 3 series and the 5 series are just fucking legendary. They're legendary vehicles. Mercedes has some really nice shit though, for sure. I feel like you have to go further up the chain in Mercedes to hit like good Mercedes. You can be lower down the BMW scale before you get fucked.
Yeah, I just find BMW just really kind of lackluster in terms of like their interior and the look. I just find when you're in the cabin of a BMW, no matter what, like even high-end BMWs, like
they don't change very often, right? They keep their bodies.
I just find them just so lame. Like with Mercedes, like you can get some really luxurious, really nice Mercedes that just I would rather be in it for the long haul. I would much rather be a 50, 60, 70-year-old driving a nice, C-Class or an S-Class.
A C300 or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like, or an S-Class, or an E, over a BMW, like any BMW. Like I can't, like, I think like the and I've owned both. Like I've owned BMW. I've owned Mercedes. Like BMW is fine. I enjoy. There are certain models of BMW I enjoy. I never had the issues that everybody talked about with BMW. But again, just from driving and being around the brands, I have to. I'll definitely fuck BMW. I'll definitely have a good time with BMW. But I ain't. If I had to choose a car to drive for the rest of my life, out of those three, I don't think it could be in BMW. I think it's got to be Mercedes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah. This one roaring. Comfort food edition. Pizza, fried chicken, and tacos.
Fried chicken I'm marrying fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking pizza and I'm killing tacos.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Can't get rid of pizza. Can't eat pizza all the time. But man, when you get pizza once in a while, it hits different. Fried chicken. Hey, fried chicken any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? It's fried chicken.
I fucks with tacos like pretty fucking heavy, but like if I'm choosing like what do I just want once in a while, I'm going pizza over tacos most of the time.
For sure.
Let's see. If you could turn back the clock 10 years and have the power to stop a business model that is plaguing the gaming community, what would it be? And would you have a better system to replace it? I mean, everyone's going to just say microtransactions fucking...
Oh, yeah.
The the microtransactions thing that kicked off in the mobile side that has bled back over, that has kind of led the way to games as a service. That pipeline is cursed as fuck, and we're still suffering for it today. So,
yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Probably that. Zonix, it looks like they're. Oh no, wait, that we've come back full circle. Hold on, that might have been the last question of the day. We might actually be done. Hold on, hold that line, hold the line. Yes, we are. We are done for this week, Mr. Black. Came back around full circle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping by and listening live or again in the car at work. And keep working on that perfect harmony. Just the right amount of peanut butter. Okay? You earn your money on the crapper. Until next week, stay safe out there. Peace.
Peace.